and it made me over $100,000
to become a successful trader.
This 5-minute scalping strategy surprised me.
I use this strategy every day and it consistently brings me profits like this, and this.
And I consistently go to McDonald's and get this, and this. So, as we saw in those videos, we saw how everybody has the best strategy which makes money fast. But honestly, 99% of them milking you for views and money. The best strategy is the one that you build yourself. I understand that you can ask questions, what do you mean? But stay here and hear me out. Every one of us is different by emotions, lifestyle, and other things. One guy can have 8 hours to stare into the PC, another one have only 2 hours. One is still studying, other is not, and third is in jail. Everyone has different lifestyles, and no single person can trade the same strategy and same way that the person that created it. And it's normal, but you can ask yourself, so how to build your strategy? So let's get in. Find the ground base. When taking a course, a study, or a video, a lot of people get a base strategy, which you start with. Its rules, features, entry models, risk management, and confirmations. But the wrong thing that people do is only stick with that strategy. Don't change it, don't tweak it, or don't add to it. Doing this will cost you a lot of your performance, because markets change and what we need to learn is adapt. But how? How to know what to change? Focus on understanding the markets, not the strategy by itself. Learn how to read it, learn how to observe it, learn how to determine what it's doing in real time. Let's take something like smart money concepts. Many traders fail with it not because the concept doesn't work, but because they focus too much on memorizing the model instead of learning how to actually read price action with it. Trust me, if you learn how to read markets properly, the strategy will build itself naturally. That said, I still recommend starting with someone else's strategy as a base, backtest it, study it, break it down, but combine it with real market understanding. When you do that, you'll start seeing how to modify and improve it. You'll end up building every part of the strategy yourself, for yourself. Short story. When I was studying my course and being active in the community, I did a lot of research, and one thing became very clear. Everyone eventually modifies the original strategy. What they modified: entries, confirmations, risk models, targets, and many of them end up with better results than the teacher. Their win rate improves, their performance improves, and not because their strategy is better, it's the same concept. They just built it for himself, herself, because we are all different emotionally and lifestyle wise. And here's something most people don't talk about. Win rate and risk to reward mean nothing on their own. One trader may have a high risk to reward and lower win rate. Another may have a higher win rate and smaller risk to reward. Neither is better. What matters is what fits your psychology. Are you the type of trader who take 10 losses in a row and stay calm, waiting for one big winner? Or are you someone who mentally crashes out after 3 losing trades? This is one of the most important factors in trading, and almost nobody talks about it. The best strategy isn't the one with the highest win rate. It's the one you can execute consistently without breaking down mentally. That's the real edge. No one is better in trading. Everyone is taking risks. And at the end, bigger winners are lucky. Because in long run, every concept executed correctly starts to even out. And a guy who has only 7% return in a month, and at the end of the year will beat a guy who made 40% in 1 month, but for the next 5 months, he had no opportunities or even lost trades. So the best traders in Twitter and social media can show those 30%, 40% wins in a month. But the end of the year, what matters is the result of not 1 month, but of 1 year. So remember that. And never say that you are bad when you see a guy who had only one big month, but you never saw the 3 previous months that were big in red. So how to actually build your strategy that would fit for you? When you find the ground base, you go in backtesting software as FX Replay, TradeZella, TradingView, and any other backtesting tool. What fits right for you? From the base strategy, you start backtesting and start to add new things, and you could ask, how do I know what to try? And to that I say, go full Romanian. You go in communities, and from learning to read markets, you start to see something that could work. Volume profile, fair value gaps, even maybe EMAs. You see that fits in your concepts. You see the things that could work. Let me explain what I mean by that. If you trade order flow, so having a tool to see a deeper reading in the order flow maybe would help you. So you test it. Or maybe volume profile would help you to see if there was any buyers or sellers on some kind of level. How I do it, I find a tool, test it for 1 month and see how it works. If I see that it has potential, I test for 3 months. If it's fitting in the strategy, I backtest for 9 to 12 months, more months. But good news, after being in the markets with a lot of experience, after 3 months of backtesting, you can determine if it's good to add it to your life plan. Let me say, don't trade something you didn't test for at least 3 months, talking from experience. And how to adapt to markets. 1 week, 1 month, and 1 year. After every week, you backtest and see where you did mistakes and journal. What I mean, after 1 week, you open your backtesting software and you journal how that week went. Where did you make mistakes? Did you see new patterns? Did you see new emotions? Every that thing. After 1 month, you backtest the whole month and compare the results to live account. You could do mistakes, you could see new patterns, but you don't make changes yet. After 3 months, if the concept starts like having really low performance, and when you backtest it you saw that it's not normal for it, you start to see and journal and watch what could happen. You see and you look into it. After 1 year, you backtest the whole 12 months. You see the mistakes, you see what you can tweak, you see what you learned. You journal everything and maybe add some of new tools. Don't stop learning. That's the main thing I would recommend to you. Always learn, always test. That would be my final advice. Start loving the hard work and learning, and it will pay off. Don't be hesitated to take some breaks when you feel burned out, but adapt so you can do everything you need and don't burn out. Maybe you're a guy who can work for 1 hour a day, or a guy who more would like to work for 11 hours in 1 day and do everything in 1 weekend. It's based on you. Don't look at others and look into yourself, because at the end of the day, you trade, not others. Don't compare yourself to others' performance, because you don't see the true colors. Until someone comes and shows you 10 years of consistent 40% months, until that, you stick to your strategy and be the best version of yourself. Thank you real much for watching. Please subscribe and leave a like with a helpful comment. See you next week.
Drumul, baba de drumul la român, cu sacul legat în spate cu armele în mâini.